Good morning, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to replace the fan motor, radiator fan motor, and also replacing the coolant. First I will replace the radiator fan motor first, and then I'm going to replace the new coolant. We need to remove the air hose first. After we remove the air hose, we can see that there's this socket we need to remove. There's one bowl here, 10 mm, and there's another bowl here. To remove the socket, so we press here, press it down, then we use the screwdriver. I think we need to remove this socket holder. Okay, so let's try to remove this. Okay, there's one. I think this is a sensor maybe. Remove the 10 mm bowl here. Then we need to remove this hose. So everything is removed. So let me see if I can remove this whole fan assembly without removing the water hose, because I try not to drain the coolant first. So let's see if we have enough space to remove this thing. Okay, we have something stuck downstairs. So we have these two cooler bites to the automatic transmission one. There's a bracket there, so we need to remove it. We need to remove the hose from the bracket before we can remove this whole thing. So let me try. So you can see how I just push the hose away. Okay, so now the two coolant hose has been removed from the packet. It's free now. This is to the transmission. One go to the condenser, and then one return back to the transmission. There's one more bracket that holding the transmission cooler hose. This is the whole bracket. This is the bracket. So let me push away, see. So there's cable tie that holding the hose to this fan assembly. So we need to cut off the cable tie, and when everything done, we put a new cable tie to tie it. Okay, this is the cable tie, and okay, the hose is free now. See, it's holding by the cable tie. I'm trying to remove the bracket for this cooler hose, so there's more space to release the fan assembly. Okay, I think the best way is still to remove this cooler hose so that we won't damage anything on the side, and also the radiator fins. Okay, so to remove this we need to drain the coolant. Coolant is so we need to remove this coolant hose. Okay, so we release some coolant from the bottom, then we can remove this hose. Use a clamping tool. Then we okay. Remove the air box for easy access, because I need to remove the clip. Still really hard to access. Remove this one. 1, 2, 3 ball. We need a T-shaped one to release the bolt. Okay, and 1, 2, and 3. Here's the hose. So I managed to remove the hose, so then remove the whole thing. So I'm going to remove the fan motor from here. Let's remove the 3 screws first. So we need an impact screw to open this. If not, then we might damage the thread here. So we have removed the 3 screws. To remove this fan motor, we need to release this safety pin. We need to hammer this black steel plate out, then this pin will go up. So this is a new one. You see how's the... So this is the shaft, then this is the shaft, then this is the safety pin that holding the fan motor. Okay, so we take it out by hammer. Okay, and then our next problem is this 3 screw supposed to put in here, right? So you see. So where the new one, there's no line, you can see. There is no thread to hold the screw. Okay. So luckily I watched another video, so I bought the thread line tapper. So we can cut the line here. We can tap the line. This should be the correct size lah. M6, okay. So it's exactly the same. Both are the Bosch one. Both identical same. I'm not sure why the new one doesn't come with the screw line. So this one you can see there's a line. This one no line. Oh, okay, nice. Whoa, nice. Perfectly fit. Ooh. So we need to put this pin back, and this one need to use hammer. So here is it. cable lock in place. So looks good. No weird noise. No shaking. Okay, solid. Okay, don't forget that there is a cable tank to hold the transmission cooler hose. So we put the cable tank in place first. So it's go from the bottom to up here. Okay. Then we just use a tap so that later we can put the hose. So the fan assembly is in place. So this one is a screw. Okay. So don't forget that we need to lock the transmission hole. And then bottom there's a bracket for the hose. Also here is the hose. So we just push inside will do. Put the screw back. So I have just drained again all the water. Then I will replace with this pre-mixed coolant. It is already mixed with coolant and water, so we don't need to add any water. Don't forget to take a short drive. Make sure everything is working fine. No coolant leaking, radiator fan is working fine. Okay, that's all for today's video. See you guys, bye.